wabarakatuh. A paper, Prevalence of Parasites in Freshwater Fishes in the Southern Part of Ligawas and Mars, Philippines. I am Sariptarita Ampatuan Ali from Cotabato City State Polytechnic College. Summary of my abstract. Fish parasites pose a great threat to freshwater fishes, to public health and economy of the area. This study aims to examine the prevalence of parasites in freshwater fishes in the southern part of Ligawas and Mars. So it has been found out in this study that there are prevalence of parasites in all of the 5 representative species. As an introduction, Ligawas and Mars is located in south-central Mindanao, Philippines, where most of the population in ARMM fish for food and source of their income. There are 344 species of freshwater fishes in the country, including the native and introduced fish species. Tilapia, milkfish or bangus, carp, freshwater catfish or hito, mudfish or dalag, gurami, and freshwater goby or bia were just the common freshwater species caught by inland fishermen. This is according to BAS Philippines 2012. Background of the study. Local study shows the prevalence and occurrences of the endo and ectoparasites. A local studies made by Salcedo et al. In 2009 showed the frequency rate of parasitic occurrences. By Fortunes in 2016 conducted a study on Cuyapon side of Ligawas and Mars, revealed fecal contamination as well as presence of zoonotic nematodes such as Trichuris species and Ascaris species. A trematode species Clinostomium philippinensis and Ascaris testudinis were recorded to be infesting fish species of Channa striata. All of these studies are indicative of greater possibilities of parasite infestation in fishes in the southern area of Ligawas and Mars, which has been unstudied so far as of this time. Objective, significance, scope, and delimitation of the study. As an objective of the study, this is to determine the prevalence of the fish parasites, mean intensity of infection, and abundance of the endoparasites. Significance of the study is expectedly would give results to educate the local residents, basis for the local government for policy making, know the level of infection of the parasites on the health of the fish, and integrates new findings. As to the scope and delimitation, fish are to be examined and assess zoonotic endoparasites. Fishes are only good for the 5 representative fish species mentioned. Research methodology. Research design. A survey was used. Experimental processes, however, were done in standard laboratory procedures. Locale of the study is in Ligawas and Mars in the southern part of the Philippines. Collection of samples and identification. Freshly fish or fresh fish were purchased, stored in an ice chest, transported to USM Kabakan, and fish will be identified using pictorial guide. Body length and weight will be recorded and photo documented, and it will has undergone necropsy procedures for parasitic examination. Sample preparation, identification, and fixation of the parasites. The parasites were necropsied and was fixed with 70% ethanol and undergone acetocarmine staining processes, and the parasites extracted was confirmed by the USM experts. As to the analysis for the degree of parasitic infestation in the freshwater fishes, a formula of Mia and Margolis on the indications of prevalence rate, intensity rate, and abundance was adopted. Results and discussions. Location of parasites in fish representatives. Muscles of fishes are habitat of larvae, whereas adult parasites occur in gastrointestinal tract, liver, internal organs, as well as on their skin. Most dangerous are when ingested may undergo developmental stages in the internal organs or muscles of human. Hence, may include and influence onset of life-threatening human diseases. Results and discussion. Table 1 shows a graph illustrations that indicates 50% prevalence in Kabuntalan site. On Chana striata, Anabas testudinus, Oreochromis niluticus, as well as Trichopodus trichopterus. There is much higher prevalence rate, however, in the Datupiang site in that 4 representative species. As to the second graph illustrations, higher abundance of Chana striata was indicated, and the lowest abundance is in Karya's macrocephalus. On the third graph illustrations, infection rate or parasitic infection is consistently higher in Datupiang in all 5 representative species. This must be attributed to the time and seasonal factors during the time of catching. The fourth graph illustrations reflects higher account on Trichopodus trichopterus in Datupiang, followed by Anabas testudinus in Datupiang site as well. Based on the results shown, it can then be concluded that there is a prevalence of nematodes and trematode species in fish species of Chana striata, Anabas testudinus, Oreochromis niluticus, Clarias macrocephalus, and Trichopodus trichopterus. The Camallianus species and the Neo-Camallianus species, both common aquarium parasites, are believed to be the first to be found in the southern part of Ligawasan Mars. Acknowledgement. Appreciations and gratitudes to the following individuals who in one way or the other made this study possible. To my husband, Ismael Makakwa Ali, and my children. To my former CCSPC College President, Dr. Damang S. Bantala Alhads. To my master thesis advisor, Dr. Janet P. Sopremo, and my USM Hinkabakan mentors. To my mother, Baitarhata A. Ampatuan, and my siblings who gave me financial supports. And to my friends and colleagues, thank you for them. The following listing of my references are just a representatives of 100 studied I have read and been a backbone of these studies. They are my sources. Thank you. That is all. And wassalam. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.